how much does it cost to make a beverage, and get it out there? Like, what is the lowest level that it would, it would take?
It depends at what scale and what type of process, what beverage, right? I mean, a lot of these brands are CapEx asset light, and so they use a third-party contract manufacturer. And I happen to work for one of the largest in the United States, and that is called NorCal Beverage, right? And so they would come to us and say, hey, what are the minimum run sizes to fill X liquid into X bottle, whether it's glass, cans, or a plastic bottle, right? And so they're looking across the board, some range probably $2 a case to get made, all the way up to $8 a case, depends on the different liquid configuration, pack out, whether it's a 6-pack, 12-pack, 24-pack. Does it have special film over it that's branded? Is it a clear shrink? So all kinds of different things go into building a brand, and that's at least on the manufacturing. Then you've got to find yourself a formula house that will send you a market ready formula that is safe for consumers to drink. Usually, a lot of times they help source some of those ingredients for you. So it is a big network to launch any beverage of any size.
And then you've got the whole marketing side to it. And then if you start bringing on athletes, then I'm sure it's a whole nother thing. And yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I think it's that initial overhead of having to estimate and just have things made at scale, if you're trying to be at any sort of scale, is why we hadn't seen that many creator beverages like we do for merch, or podcasts and things like that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's only been a rush in the past, I would say 5 to 10 years, that brands want to be national within 2 to 3 years, right? The craft beer scene built beverages correctly, and they built them regional, and they grew from one state to 2 states to 3 states, and they had key metrics to understand, hey, we've got to hit X, Y, and Z velocities distribution before we jump and move over there. And it's kind of a lost art of having regional players. Everybody wants to use the DTC Amazon to be everywhere to everyone, but there is something to be said to start small. A lot of brands are receiving the feedback of going, deeper versus wider from a penetration standpoint on distribution, and really solidifying that community early on. And that's the speed and, the moat that some of these guys can use while they go up against the Pepsis and the Cokes and the Dr. Pepper of the world, is their nimbleness, their readiness and ability to change formula, adapt labels, do stuff on the fly.